Good morning, everyone. Welcome to NANOG 51. I want to thank you all for coming, and I want to also thank I want to get out of here and let the speakers speak, but first thing I want to do is thank our sponsors, Terramark, Alcatel-Lucent, Carradine, Cisco, FPL FiberNet, Network Hardware Resell, OSI Hardware, Merit RADB, and Subspace Communications, and PACnet for sponsoring the Newcomers Breakfast. I don't know how many people went, but it was very nice, so thank you, PACnet, for that. So I think we have a pretty kind of a nice agenda for this morning. We have Paul Scannon on the 6th Annual Infrastructure Security Report from Arbor, and then we have Greg Hankins on 100 gig operational considerations for this morning. But first we have Don Welch from Merit, has a few words for us.
Thanks, Dave. Thanks. I'd just like to take the opportunity to welcome you all to Miami, and it looks to be a great meeting. Thanks again to Dave and his partners in crime for putting together a great program. But I'd like to take a minute right now to thank Terramark and Josh Seahorn, who have, this is their, easy for me to say. Snowhorn, actually. Snowhorn. Yeah, it was an easy night for me last night. Anyway, this is Terramark's 4th time that they've hosted an NANOG, and that's really above and beyond, and we sincerely appreciate it. So, Josh, on behalf of NANOG community, thanks.
Thank you very much. It's a PC, I don't know how to use it.
Yeah, either do I. What kind of Ubuntu box is this? Jeez, where's the...
Just click it.
Can't even see it.
Just click it.
Yeah, go ahead. You got it? There we go. Okay, cool. Hopefully. And then Control L, I think, will get us... Okay. Apparently it's okay. I think if we Control L, we'll get what we want. How's that?
Cool. PCs work. Hi, guys. He's telling me to slow down again. I want to welcome all of you to Miami. I really appreciate you coming, and I know it was really difficult for everybody to come down with this great weather you had up north. There's a lot of complaints, going down to the beach and everything else. So a couple things. We are 4-time hosts. I'm really proud of that. When I first joined Terramark, I went to my first NANOG with Bill Norton, Brandon Ross, Dan Golding, Martin Levy, a whole bunch of people kind of pulling me into the peering community and getting me involved, and that's actually almost 11 years ago. So kind of an amazing time. Something very important, we've hosted Old NOG with Merit for all these years. And what's coming up now is new NOG and some big changes. Merit will no longer be the host. It's going to be really a community-oriented effort. But I'd like to have a big round of applause, please, for Merit and for all the team and everything they've done. And again, for all the people from New NOG who are actually organizing it. It's all volunteers, again, structuring their time. So applause for these guys, including guys like Patrick. Patrick needs applause sometimes. So, obligatory network diagram. This is a little hotel network that we saw coming in. You guys can figure that out, right? You see the fiber somewhere in the middle of it? It's like Fine Waldo, which leads to the old phone room. That looks like a lot of fun, doesn't it? Finally gets to some real, somewhat interesting gear, and then Bill just plugged it in, and it all worked, really. A little Merit router sitting on top of a cardboard box. I'm not supposed to tell you that. So special thanks to Susan Martins at AT&T. She provided the DS3s coming into here, got it up and running. We got it up and running on Friday. It was a little closer than we would have liked, but that's, it still pulled it off. And Martin Levy provided the V6. Very gracious to him for doing that as well. And Bill Williams, who's in here, is Terramark CTO of IP Services. Spent a lot of hours sitting on top of another cardboard box while working on the router on the other cardboard box. So I don't know if Bill's in here, but thank you, Bill. That was a lot of work and appreciate it. So Geek Circus is the social tonight. It's going to be the only major social here, so I do hope you all can make it. It's right after Beer and Gear. We're going to have a little 15-minute break so you can go up and change, and then we'll have buses going out from the lobby downstairs. The club is only about a mile away, so there'll be buses running probably every 10 or 15 minutes. So if you get burned out at 11 o'clock at night and don't want to do it anymore, you can go back. If you want to stay till 1, that's fine. But it's going to be a lot of fun, and I think you'll find it rather interesting. I have to talk about this because everybody's bothering me. So, I have to be, just to be clear of what I'm saying here, exactly what I'm saying is right on the slide because this has to be filed with the SEC. Verizon has bought Terramark for $1.4 billion, in cash, and they're assuming all of our outstanding debt. We will still be Terramark. It's very important for all of you to understand that we're going to be a carrier-neutral entity still. We'll be a subsidiary of Verizon, operated the same way we're operated now. There's going to be no changes. It's important. Oh, we're going to make all Patrick's cross connects free. That's right. That'll be okay now. So it's very important that you do understand that it's critical that we maintain the standards we're at. And I'm actually staying on. All management is staying. So all peering policy and exchange point things and everything else is going to stay the same. So it's very important everybody understands that it's a little bit different than a normal Verizon acquisition. What's also very interesting is that Verizon is actually going to be using this subsidiary Terramark to take over some of their existing facilities, and Terramark will be operating them, and it'll add in carrier neutrality and exchange point services and all kinds of things to a lot more facilities around the world, including Asia Pac and including Europe. So it's going to be quite interesting as we go forward. And please just ask me here if you have questions. I'll answer as best as I can, or send me an email to snowhorn@terramark.com. And that's it. Thank you very much, guys. Enjoy NANOG, and I'm sure you'll have a great time with this terrible weather.